Hi everybody, I'm at an alternate, undisclosed location, like my sister's house. So this is a video on how to make lumpia, chicken lumpia specifically, and that's just a Filipino egg roll. A lot of people put this food on their table for parties and stuff, but at our house it was just a snack food. So follow the directions, everything's in the description box. I do know how to make egg roll skins, but it's very hard. So if you guys can buy egg roll skins, can you please just buy them? If not, we'll have to do one of those complicated videos over break, because I have to do one on wonton skins too, okay? So, observe caution, observe sanitation. If you have any questions, just PM me, alright? And, let's see what else. Oh yeah, happy birthday to my little sister. We're supposed to go out, but she's still working, so I don't know. I'm just hanging out. I'm waiting. Alright? So keep it poppin', keep it choppin'. Everybody have a great weekend. Okay, bye. Hello everyone. We're going to make some lumpia. Lumpia is Filipino egg rolls. So normally we make these with beef, but today I'm going to use ground chicken because my friend wants to try them. She never had them, and she doesn't eat pork or beef. So we're going to use the ground chicken. Okay, you need 3 large cloves. I took all the little broken ones out of the bowl. So 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, half an onion, and I'm going to use what's in the fridge. So I have, it's about a quarter bag of, maybe a cup of peas, cup and a half. I have some frozen green beans in there, and I actually prefer frozen vegetables for this. And Afro picked up the bean sprouts, and those were like 59 cents or something. And I need some carrots. So I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 carrots. I'm trying to do this one-handed. We're gonna do 2 carrots, and I'll pick the big ones. Okay, pick those, and I'm gonna use 3 packages of wrappers. Okay, these are 25-piece ones. I think these are $1.59 now at our local store. But if you find them, they'll have lumpia wrappers, but I don't like those because they get holes punched in them. These have a little more flex. So I'd have those, and then I have like a little pack left, so I'm gonna finish using that. Alright? So I'm gonna chop everything, and we're gonna go to the burner. Alright, I was reviewing the ingredients, and I felt that I don't have many wrappers, but that's fine. I'm gonna make the filling. And this amount of chicken is really not enough. So normally when my mom made chicken lumpia, she would, boil up the breast and shred it. So I'm just gonna take like half of this canned chicken breast that I made, and I made that in May. So let's check it out. And then color-wise, I also thought it was a little lacking. So I'm gonna add like a can of corn as well, because I don't have any frozen corn. And get my cat opener. Let's check it. I actually found because I thought I had more chicken, and I actually did. I had a case of quarts of the chicken. There you go. There's the pop. So we're going to put in half of this. So let's review. This is 3 or 4 garlic cloves. Okay, that's finely minced. That's half onions, small dice. This is 3 potatoes. You could go more, you could go less. This is 2 regular carrots, okay? Or you could probably use 1 big one. It's about a cup or so of peas, and probably about 3 cups of green beans. This is about half a pound of chicken, 3/4 pound of chicken, and I'm going to use half a breast, or half a quart of breast. And then this is 1 bag of the sprouts. If you buy this at your grocery store, this will probably be like 2 bags. Alright, but this is 1 bag here at our store. Okay, so let's go to the burner. I had it preheating while I was finishing. This is my beater. This is my big boy. So I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons of oil. And I'm going to saute medium-high. Alright, have it on medium-high. So we're just going to soften up these vegetables. I actually like my garlic a little toasted. So all that's in there. Add about a teaspoon of red chili flake. And I like to add the chili flake because I just like, it's just, it adds a scent, but it also takes out the freakiness of the meat. So, I mean, I like these vegetarian, but everybody wants meat, so. So the garlic's brown. Now I'm going to add the onion. Everyone loves these. If you're going to make these, you might as well calculate the ratio as 10 egg rolls to one person, and that includes children. So now I'm going to put in the ground chicken. Because I'm using a combination of the prepared meat or the cooked chicken and the raw chicken, I'm going to cook the raw first. Now, even though that's canned chicken, it's okay if it comes up shredded in the egg rolls because you want small. You want everything small. Okay, so flatten that out. I'm going to add a bit of sea salt and white pepper. About a teaspoon of sea salt. And about a teaspoon of white pepper. I'm just going to cook this through and we'll be right back. Alright, 5 minutes has elapsed and you can see that the chicken is already cooked. Alright, so look at it. See, it's got like nice brown bits. It's already cooked through. Some of it's a bit caramelized on the bottom. But I'm just going to go through and I'm going to smash this because I want it to be very, very fine for these lumpias. Alright, just going to go through. There's some bigger pieces. I really love this this ground chicken from this store because they only run it through the grinder once, so they're bigger pieces. It's not like mechanically processed, you know, with the bones and stuff. It maintains its texture. My other butcher, he'll run it through twice if I ask him, if I need it for gyoza or anything like that, or wonton soup. But generally I like it run through once. Okay, so that's all pretty small. You can continue to smash it if you want to. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add half a quart of the canned chicken. So you can use this, the home can. You can use, if you have it in the tin can, that'll work just fine. But I reserve the liquid because I'm going to use the liquid in some pan-fried noodles. So I reserved the liquid from this quart of chicken. So I tasted it, I smelled it, I checked it out, and it held its shape very well. So I'm just going to mix that in and get that as small as possible. Now prior to starting all of this, if you want to cook your potatoes like in a skillet and get them started to like the halfway mark, this will all go a lot quicker. Okay, so you can see that's starting to shred. When everything's shredded, see that's nice and incorporated. I'm going to add a low tablespoon. That means not too much. Just call it a tablespoon of soy sauce and a tablespoon of oyster sauce. And this isn't how my mom does it. This is how I do it. Ooh, I'm almost out. I better hit the cabinet. So about a tablespoon of oyster sauce. I season the meat prior to adding the vegetables. That's just a habit with me. So everything's mixed up, and that's your little protein base for your egg rolls, your lumpias. I'm going to put the carrots first because they're the hardest. Okay, we're going to let this cook for about 3 or 4 minutes. Let's take a look. Ooh, that looks good. So, the carrots are about half done. So at this point, I'm going to drop in the sprouts. Now I'm dropping in the sprouts because I have the potatoes going in the fryer. If you do not, then drop your potatoes in with this as well. Another thing you can do is, if you have a mandolin, just cut the potato shoestring in there. So I washed the sprouts twice. So just keep it moving so it doesn't stick to the bottom. I had a bit of sticking, so I added about 4 tablespoons of water just to get the chicken off the bottom. That's the thing about when you cook this with chicken, it's not very oily. The ground beef, at least it has a bit of oil. So you may have to add a little more oil, or just add a little water and it'll steam it right off. Alright, let's leave that for about 3 minutes. You can see the bean sprouts are now flexible. So at this point, I'm going to add the frozen veggies. So you can use a bag of mixed veggies, like mixed frozen veggies. My mom likes to use those. She likes the lima beans and stuff. But I'm going to use the frozen peas and green beans. So we're just going to work that through. Oh, what happened? Why is it so low? So just keep that moving. I'm going to turn it up to high and cover it for about 4 minutes. Okay, my potatoes are half done. So I pulled those from the fryer, and I only did those long enough to seal them. So this is already cooked through. The peas are nice and round. You just want to make sure that everything is warmed through. Cook it as hot as you can. Ooh, hot. See? Some potatoes. You want everything to be flexible, so when you roll it, nothing punches through. This is going to be, I'm just making this for the purpose of my friends trying it, but prior to Thanksgiving I'm going to make some with ground beef, and I'm also going to make an egg roll, and we call it Lumpia Shanghai, but that one is all meat. It's just meat, ginger, a little bit of water, chestnut, and some cream cheese, and those ones are awesome. They're like little baby cigars. Those ones, whew. Okay, I'm going to cover this for about 3 minutes, and then I'm going to pull it. Okay, let's take a look. Here's my spoon. Oh, here. It's nice and dry. I want this to be dry because this is how my mom taught me to do it, and they've always kept in the freezer for a long time. They actually run out before I could even find out how long they really last in the freezer. So I'm going to turn the heat off, and now I'm going to scoop it into if you have a sheet pan, or you could use this roasting pan, or you could use multiple dishes. You want to spread it out as flat as possible so it cools down. I took everything out of the pan. See, I scorched it a bit. That's fine. Just soak it. So you can see this is the filling for the lumpias, aka Filipino egg rolls. So that's the small plate. And then here's the bigger pan. And I'm going to let that cool maybe for about an hour. While that's cooling, I've got my frozen shells or spring roll shells on the counter. And those are waiting. So let's just make some sticky goop. I don't know what to call it. some edible paste. Alright, this is, right here, this is Mochico sweet rice flour. Now, if you don't have this, okay, you can use cornstarch, or you can use rice flour, or you can use, I've used cornstarch. I've used a mix of cornstarch and flour, but that's enough. That'll roll up like 50. So that's about a tablespoon. And then I'm going to fill the water about halfway on this. Alright, I'm going to fill it about halfway. Okay, you can see it's a little more than halfway. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir it thoroughly. Then if you get little lumpies, just press them against the side. Now I'm going to microwave this for 30 seconds at a time until I get a good paste. Okay, see that? It's turning the paste at the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to keep stirring it until it becomes incorporated. Woo, that's hot. Careful. Don't want to burn yourself. And this is Pyrex, okay? Don't be putting your regular glass bowls or a salad bowl in the microwave, heating it up like this, because that's not going to pan out so well for you. So I'm just going to scrape the sides right here, and see that's real pasty. I'm going to try to get all these lumps out, or as many as I can. And then I'm going to microwave it again for 30 seconds. A fork might work better. Whatever, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just to seal the egg roll skins. And I seal them with this so they stay sealed, so when I freeze them, I can freeze them for extended amounts of time. Okay, you can see that's real pasty. I could let this cool right now, but I'm going to drop it in for 30 seconds more. Okay, folks, here we go. There you go, fully incorporated. Okay? Now, we're going to let this cool, just like we're letting the filling cool, and we're letting the shells defrost. And then I'm going to show you how to roll it. So, just get that all together. Make sure you soak the spoon in something in the sink. Alright? There it is. So we have the seal stuff. We have the filling stuff, and we have the wraps waiting. So we'll be right back. Alright, while it's cooling, it's almost completely cooled down now, the filling. So I started peeling the wrappers. Okay, you cut them open, and I cover them with a moist tea towel. Alright, so here's the first one. And I do these so I do it like this so I could just keep rolling them. Now, I like this brand, the Weitron ones, because they peel off very easily once they're defrosted at room temperature. And then I'm just going to pile them like this. You don't want to fold them. You don't want to do that. You want to work pretty quickly, pretty steadily, and just peel them like that. And they come off very easily. You continue to do that for your 50 wrappers. If you want to do more, I would just peel 2 or 3 packs at a time and then, stop and roll so the edges don't dry, unless you want to keep them under moist paper towels. Alright, so I have the paste there, the rice flour paste. Okay, I have the filling here, and I have the wrappers here. And I don't let the cloth, Oops. Oopsie. I don't let the wet cloth touch it. I cover it with the wrap it came in. So that way it stays moist, but it doesn't get soggy, okay? So I'll take some. I just separate the few I need. This is a tea towel. I just take the few I need and then I cover it again with a wet cloth. And that keeps it flexible, okay? I have this here. Oh, my scissors. I have this here. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to have it like a diamond. Okay? You're going to have it like a diamond. And because these are for the house, I do about 2 tablespoons. Okay? Make sure it stays right there. Now what you're going to do is you're going to fold this. Okay? You're going to flatten your pinky and pull it back. Then you're going to take the left and take the right, and then you're just going to roll it. Okay? As tight as you can. Then you're going to put the goopy goop and finish it. Okay? And then I leave these to the side with the seal up so it can air dry. So that way when you fry them, they don't open up. And you're just going to continue to do that with all of them. Let's see. Can you guys see? Okay. I make these big because the boys like to eat a lot. Okay, pull it back. Fold in one side, fold in the other side, and then just roll it like that. And then seal the edges. Then just finish it and leave it right there. We'll do a few more so you guys can see how to do it. Okay, 2 like that. Oops. This gets kind of messy. It's funny, when you make videos, it takes like 3 times longer to cook and stuff, but you want to show people how to do it. Okay, fold it over, pull it back. Okay, pull it back like that. See how I'm pulling it back? Tuck the stuff in. Fold the right. Fold the left, fold the right, and then just roll it down. Now you want to make sure if there's a lot of liquid in your filling, you want to drain that off completely. My filling, I always calculate how to do it so it's pretty dry. But if it's too wet, it's going to puncture your wraps. Some people like more meat, some people like more potato. You can fill it with whatever you want. Just follow the method and follow the cooking. Make sure everything is cooked through. Make sure it's completely cool. And then drain it. Let it get as cold and dry as possible. My mom used to roll thousands of these a week. I'm so slow compared to her, and I could knock out 200 in one movie. So that's pretty much how I gauge how many I'm making. One movie is about 200 to 300, as long as I have no interruptions. Because you know the phone will always ring when you're making a video. Okay, and then fold the left, fold the right, and just roll it. Put it like a diamond. Okay, get 1 heaping spoon. A little extra for extra measure. Okay, shape that like about the size. So this is about 3.5 inches is how I do the filling. But you could tell, see? It fills the squarest part inside the triangle. Then fold it over. Okay, fold it over. Let me see. Pull it back like this. Okay, see that's snug. Then take it like this. Fold the left. Fold the right. And then just roll it. Pull it back and roll it. If you leave it sitting down, it's usually a little more obedient. I seal these really well. Some people just use egg wash. I don't like egg wash. I find sometimes when they freeze, they open up. Okay, So see that? Like that. They're point to point. Pull it back snug. Fold the left. Fold the right. Then roll it up. Just pull it back. Don't lift it off. Don't lift it off the table. Okay? And I've already cleaned my table, so nobody get to trip it. Okay, it's been about 40 minutes. So I'm reviewing all of my lumpia, all my egg rolls, and see if some of them have a hole like that. What I do is prior to freezing, I just seal it off. And that way, nothing floats out. This will make it like a little skin. Okay? You just have to let it air dry a little bit. Okay, let's see if we have any more. See, there's one like right there with a hole. I'm just going to seal it off like that. See? Until it forms a skin, and then it'll be just fine. You'll freeze them. I like to freeze mine before I fry them. See, that one has like a little hidden hole. Just patch it up. Patch it up a little bit. Okay, and we're gonna let these, I'm gonna let these freeze. Some of them are kind of lopsided, but what I did is I made it fit. I made it fit the wrappers. So you'll see that when I first started, I was really scant, and I used 1 tablespoon. But then towards the end, I had a lot, so I made a fat one. Look at the difference. Big difference. This is a man size. That's an appetizer size. But I really didn't want to have any of the filling left, right? And then the other thing is, okay, so that's sealed up. All right, leave that over there. So these are the ones that came off of the yucky wrappers that I don't like. So I'm going to bag those up. And then these all came off the wrapper that I do like. Okay? So let's move some of this stuff. Actually, I reuse these. This is how I do it. So these are the ones, the wrappers that I don't like. Okay? And I'm going to open these. Right? I always cut, that's why I always cut a slit in it. I don't rip it open. Okay? Then I just line them up in here. I line them up flat. See, and as you pack them, if it rips like that, just grab your little sweet rice flour, your rice flour mix, and just seal that off. You can take some of this crunchy stuff off. Okay? Just kind of give them a once over. You can put them in the Ziplocs if you want to. But I just like to reuse the containers that they came in. Or the packaging that the wrappers came in. And then I know it's always egg rolls. See? They're all in there. And then I just fold them over like this. And then I hit them with clear tape. And then they bag up nice and flat. So then I'm just going to do the same thing with the other one. These leave my house so fast. I don't care if they're frozen, cooked. Just remember, when you make them, the ratio's 10 to 1. You have some slender people in your house, maybe 5 to 1. I don't know. Everybody and their mama loves these things. My one brother used to eat these raw. There's a form of these that's like a Vietnamese spring roll, but these ones should not be eaten raw. See, these ones are kind of homely. Let me pick some homely ones. I picked like 3 ugly ones. Yeah, that's kind of crooked. So I'm going to take these 3 ugly ones right here, and I'm going to heat up the oil. I'm going to heat up my deep fryer. Okay, and we'll be right back. But just to review, we're going to stick these in the freezer. Okay, these last indefinitely in the freezer if you get the air out. If you're motivated, vac seal them. I'm not motivated to vac seal them because they never last that long. They always eat them here. So, but these I'll fry fresh because they're fresh. But after you freeze these, don't defrost them and then fry them. You have to fry them frozen like French fries, and that way they retain their crispiness. Okay? We'll be right back as we throw these in the fryer. I just wanted to show you guys, when you put them in the freezer, put them in like this, okay? Stack them up so that they freeze flat and they maintain their shape. Don't put them willy-nilly in here because after they freeze and you pull them out, if they're crooked, they might snap, okay? We'll be right back. There's my little old fryer. Okay, I'm gonna throw 3 in there. Okay, I'm just gonna drop them. Has to be hot, hot, hot. Like dancing green onion hot. If you don't know what that means, PM me. Okay, this will probably take about 5 minutes because they're fresh, not frozen. So I'm gonna wait. Alright, it's been like 5 or 7 minutes. I just have a paper towel here because I'm only having 3. The deluxe taste tester can have more. They should be nice and dark like that. I like them nice and crispy. If you do them too pale, they're like soggy and they're not delicious. So we'll wait a few minutes and try those.